Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful bag. Okay, please enjoy the tutorial. Okay, the materials. These are materials that we are going to use. We shall need, this is yarn. You can use any other kind of yarn. Next, we shall have a pair of scissors. You need it. We shall need rings for holding our bag handles. I used two types of rings, and then this chain is going to act as my bag handle. You can get any bag handle that you prefer. Then we need a lighter. Next we need measuring tape and then a bag canvas. Yeah, so let's get into the tutorial. So this bag canvas measures, let's see, it measures 14 inches. That's the width. And then the height is 16 inches. However, we need our bag to be about 18 inches. 8 inches. Sorry about that. 8 inches wide. But the kind of design we are going to do, we're going to give it an allowance of 0.5 inches. So we shall cut our canvas measuring 8.5 inches. Okay. We need, for this particular design, we shall give it an increase of 0.5 inches because we want our design to fit all those little holes you see in the back canvas. So we're going to give it a cut around there. Yeah, that's where our 8.5 inches are. And then for the height of the bag, we want it to be around 6.5. So now the height, we want it to be around 6.5. Sorry about the camera. 6 or 6.5. So that's what we have, but because of our design, okay, we shall do 7. Yeah, we shall cut around 7 inches. We shall cut the excess or extra once the bag is done. Once we've finished making our design, any extra will be cut. So let's cut that out. Okay, carefully make a straight line. Don't cut in another line. Make sure you're going through a straight line. Also cut this other side. Yeah, it should be a straight line. Let's cut this there. Okay, now even here, let's cut it. So let's show you this. This is our front. Yes, this part is our front. And then we shall need the back of the bag. That's what we're going to cut out, the back. So for the back, we shall need this length, which is equal to the height of our front part, plus this length, which is the width of the bag, and then this length, which is the flap. So that's what we are going to measure out. So remember, the height of our bag is 6.5, and then for the width it's 2 inches. That's 8.5. Then for the flap, we need about 4 inches. So that will bring us to around 12.5. So the total length, we shall cut it at around 12.5 for our back side of the bag. Remember that back side? We have the 6.5, the 2 the 2 inches, which is the width, and the 4 inches, which is the flap. So that's about 12.5. It's where we're cutting. Yeah, so these measurements are like my measurements. If you want the bag smaller, you can make it smaller. If you want it bigger, you can make it bigger. But I prefer this size. I think it's okay. Yeah, it's okay for me. But if you want it smaller, if you want it 7 inches, 6 inches, width, it's okay. If you want the height to be 5 inches, it's fine. You can cut out to your preference. Doesn't matter. So this is what we have. Yeah, this is the front of the bag, then the back side. So this is how it will be. This is a flap. Ooh, our bag has started coming out. So we need the sides. We need what will cover the sides, and then the bottom. Yeah, those are the ones we are going to cut out next. So we need in the sides, we need to cut out what will be in the sides, and we need 2 of them, one which will go this side and the other which will go this side. They are 2 inches long. So let's measure 2 inches. But as I've told you, we shall add 0.5. So 2.5. So we shall cut out from here. And the length, the height is 7 inches. It's perfect, 7 inches. So let us cut this. Just get this out. So this is the side. So I'm cutting extra length. Once our design fits, we shall cut out the excess. So even here it's 2.5 by 6. We're leaving out 1, 2, 3. We'll leave out 1, 2, 3. Okay. So what is left is our bottom. So our bottom is 8.5 by 2 inches. So we need 8.5. 8.5 is around here. Or let's measure this side. Okay, 8.5 is around here by 2 inches. 2 inches, but we shall do 2.5. So let us cut out 2.5 and cut this out. Make sure that you're cutting through. So this is what we have. We have the longer part, which is the back side. The longer part, which is the back side. We have the front. We have the sides. And then this one, which is the bottom of the bag. So those are the parts we want. then we shall clean these out later. We shall clean them out later when we've finished the pattern. So okay, let's start on our bag. We shall get yarn. This is macrame yarn. We need to burn it a little for it to be stiff. Yeah, we want it stiff for it to be able to go through the canvas easily. So let's burn it at the tip. Make sure it doesn't burn you. Yeah, but we need it to be stiff for it to go through the small holes you see in the back canvas. So let's start. Okay, you need to hold a few inches at the end of the yarn at the back of the canvas, and then we're going to make our design. So don't forget a few inches. So look critically. See, I'm putting the yarn in the second, how should I call them? Let me call them holes. To the second hole. And then we're going to make diagonal lines. So this other side, you also pass through your yarn. So at this point, I'm going to do less of the talking. I want you to just look critically. You see where the yarn is passing. Okay, there. Sorry, I cut a long yarn, but it's what I prefer working with. Yeah. Oops. Let's get this away. Okay. See those two lines? Those diagonal lines. Yeah, we're going to make the third one. I'm going to put a third line this side to the other side. Yeah, I love this design. It comes out so well. Hope you will also like it. Please, once you do, share your bags. Share your bags with me. You see the back? Don't forget this yarn that we left out. You have to be covering it. Yeah. Okay. The fourth square. So these diagonal lines have to be 6, but it's not a rule of thumb. If you want your square to be bigger, they can be 7, they can be 8. If you want them to be smaller, they can be 5, they can be 4. Yeah, but I prefer 6 lines. I think 6 lines is okay. And that will depend on your preference. Yeah, I prefer 6 lines. So I think this is our sixth line. Yeah, English is not my first language. You will excuse me. So this is what we have. Look at it. 6 lines. Pull it tight such that our lines are not loose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we're going to start reducing to form a square. So look critically. We're changing where we're putting the yarn. You see, not here. We're not going this side anymore, but here. Hope I'm clear. Okay. And then we're not going this side anymore, we're not going that side anymore, but here. So now we're trying to form the squares you see in the bag. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what we have. Okay, you have to pull it tight. We don't want our the yarn to be lagging on the canvas. This is what we have. The next, we shall go through the next one, and then there. Okay. Okay, that's what we have. Then the next, don't forget behind. The yarn you left out. Okay. Next, and there. So it keeps on reducing. The length of the diagonal keeps on reducing. Now I'm calling them diagonals. Okay, so I finished my square, my first square. You can see I want to make a second square. Look critically where I'm passing the yarn. You just have to be critical. You can zoom in and see how I'm making the second square. Look at that. I think you can see where it has passed. There are many ways of doing this, but for now let me show you this. Maybe we shall get a chance next time for me to show you a different way of making those squares. So that's what we have. Then that very line, please don't skip any line. Look at this critically. Here you just have to be observant at what I'm doing. Yeah. Just be observant. Okay. And make them tighter. Yeah, make them tight. Yeah. And there. Okay. The other thing is make sure your yarn is not folding, because once it folds, it will not be neat. I love neat bags. So you can make this bag even if you don't know crochet. Many people have been telling me, I don't know how to crochet. Can I really make those bags? Yeah, you can. You can make them. As you can see, there is no crochet involved here. Okay, so let's continue. Okay. As I told you, the yarn should not fold. My yarn was folding here. Yeah, it should not be folding, so make sure it doesn't fold. Okay, so that's what we have. Those are 4, 4, need 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Need 5. Make the 5th one. 5th one. Make sure it doesn't fold from behind. The folding happens when most times when you've cut long yarn. So once you pull it to the other side, pull it to the other side, it tends to fold. But if you have a shorter yarn, it will not fold. So I cut my yarn long. Yeah. So that's the 5th one. Make sure they are tight enough. So let's make the 6th one. And then after the 6th one, that's when we shall start reducing. Okay. This is the 6th one. Please forgive my lighting. Forgive my lighting. I'm a beginner at tutorials, but it will improve. So next, that line. Now we're going to this other line. Here you have to look critically. You can replay it over and over again for you to master the art. You can use a different kind of yarn. Okay. So we're forming a second square. Like that. Just zoom in, look critically. Make sure you reproduce what I'm doing. So this is what we have, the last. So now there are 2 squares. Okay. There are 2 squares. So we're going to make the 3rd square here. And the 3rd square is like the 1st square. So how you made the 1st one is the way you're going to make the 3rd one. You can go back a few steps and see how you made the 1st one. That's the same way we're going to make the 3rd one. Then the 4th one will be similar to the 2nd one, like that. The 5th one will be similar to the 1st one. So that's what we are going to do basically. 3rd one similar to the 1st one. 4th one similar to the 2nd one. 5th one, yeah, with this, like that. Okay. This, look at this. It's what we are going to do here. What you did in the 1st one. It's what we are going to do here. So this is what we are going to do till when the whole canvas is covered. So you will do this for the front part, for the back panel, for the sides, then the bottom. See? And see that? Then the 3rd one will be like that. 4th, fifth, like that. That's what we are going to do here. Then the fourth will be similar to the second. The fifth will be similar to the first one. So basically that's the pattern. Do that till the end of the canvas. So I've already made all the parts, made my design. So this is the front, this is the bottom, and these are the sides, the two sides, and then this is the back. I hope you have this. I went ahead and sewed the lining. You have to sew your lining to cover the inside. So you sew on all the parts before you join them. So the sides, I went ahead and added the rings. Added the rings where our handle is going to be. See, you add the rings before putting the lining. So the front part, I went ahead and added this where the lock is going to sit. Then that's when I added the lining. So first add those and then you sew your lining. This back panel, I put zipper. Yeah, so we're going to join these. Let's join the bottom to the front. Okay, let's first join these two. I want to join the bottom to the front. Let me show you that. So remember, we need to make our yarn stiff. Now when you're joining, you want it has to be stiffer. Yeah, it has to be stiffer because it will be passing through the areas where you have worked already. So it really has to be stiffer. So this is what you're going to do from one side, and the other side of the front. Yeah, you see that? Let me make it stiffer. It's disturbing me, and also sharp at the top. Just to be sharp. Make sure it doesn't burn you. Okay. Just watch what I'm doing, but anyway, this yarn has to go through the one hole this side, then one hole the side of the bottom, one hole the side of the top, but it has to go through twice. Then you go to the second hole, then the second hole at the front of the bag, and then you do that. And then the yarn has to go through twice. It has to go through twice. Okay. It has to go through twice. And the next hole to the next, oh sorry, like that. Hope you're following. It has to go through twice. So this is what you're going to do till the end, till when you've joined the bottom to, okay, like that, till when you've joined these two. Then I'll meet you around there when we are going to add on the sides. Okay, you shall have to add on the sides. Yeah, and then even this side you shall have to add on that, and then even the back you shall have to add it on. So that's what we're going to do. So here we are, we're joining the third the side of the bag. Look at what I'm doing. Just go one side. You basically have to join the bottom to the side of the bag. Remember, our yarn has to go through twice. Okay. Our yarn has to go through twice. So just zoom in and see what I'm doing. Okay, if you have any questions, you can comment. Ask me anything you want. I'm willing to help out. So remember, two times in each hole, 2 times in each hole. So you're going to do this till when the bottom is joined to the side of the bag. Yeah, up to here. And then you will join here. You'll join there. Okay. Yeah, so this is what I have. I've finished joining the bottom to the sides. Now I'm going to join there. Okay. Zoom in. In the very first hole, please don't skip any hole. Be patient and work in all those small holes you see. And also be patient and make sure the yarn goes through twice. Yeah, that's when the bag will come out nicely. Okay. Okay. Let's join these. So that's the second time. In the very first hole, as you can see. Now in our second hole, it disturbs a little since it's a joint of 3 sides, the bottom, the side, and then the front. Yeah, but once you finish like joining like 2 to 3 holes, then it becomes easier. And you also master the skill once you go on. Yeah, you will master the skill once you practice and practice. Okay. So this is what we have. Then let's go through the third. You can also find your own ways of joining once you have mastered. This is what we have. And then the other thing, also make sure the yarn doesn't fall. So we shall join this up to the top. This is our product. I joined all the parts. Joined here, all the way around, there. And then on top, I also made sure the yarn goes through twice to cover the canvas all the way around. Make sure it goes through twice. Okay, let's add the lock in the middle of the flap. That's where we're going to put the lock. That's the middle. So open it, put it there, and then close. Make sure it's tight enough and lock her back. Then we are going to add the handle. First join this, open this ring. Sorry, we're putting the other side. Open this ring, put that. Then also put the chain there. Put the chain. Do that to the other side also. Okay, that's it. The bag is done.